What's up guys? Welcome to my life so far. So I figure I should give an update. As you can see, I'm back in the apartment in New York. I actually did all the training in Marshfield for the company that I was going with. Passed my CDL test and everything, and I have my CDL now. And I got, for New York, you need a metal coil endorsement, so I got that. And now I'm just waiting to go out with my trainer. I had to wait an extra, I think, 2 weeks because I have this thing coming up at the beginning of May, which I won't mention just yet, but I will make a video on. And then I did get to see the Avengers Endgame, and I cried, as usual. But that's what happens when a significant number of the main characters have their contracts ending. So I knew it was going to be bad, but I was happy with it. So I can't wait to see what they do next with the movies. And today is actually going to be my last day in New York because I am headed down to North Carolina for a week before I head out with my trainer. So today's the last day, and then you'll see I'll probably be down between Wilmington and Myrtle Beach again. So we're going down to stay at the house down there and taking Sienna so she can see her sister Lily, and that's gonna be fun. She got her rabies shot the other day, and now she won't keep her tail up and she won't wag her tail or anything. It's really weird. I'm not sure if she's just feeling off or if there's something actually wrong. So I figured I'd give it a couple days and we'll still see how she's doing. But other than that, yes, I want to give that update. So if anybody's wondering, for the training that I had, sorry, I got all kinds of itchies. The first week, the first couple of days, you do mostly paperwork, and then we did some shifting in the simulation that they had, and then they took us out on the range on the third day, and we practiced shifting in the trucks, and we practiced braking, because braking is a lot more different. It's more different than just braking in a regular car. So we did some braking, we did shifting, and then I think at the fourth day we went back inside and we did how to do left-hand turns on the simulator. And then we hooked up to a trailer and we rounded out the week. I think by the fifth day they took us out on the road and we were doing left-hand turns on the road with a truck and a full trailer. Now I am doing flatbed, and they don't hook up to a flatbed until your third week, so that you have all the basics down of driving a truck and a trailer. So the second week it was still more shifting for people who hadn't gotten it quite buckled down yet, and then it was also backing. So I think it was one of the first couple of days of the second week they took us back inside to the simulator, and we did some straight line backing and the what's it called, the snake backing, where you pull up straight and then you back around cones, kind of like a snake. I did really good on the simulator, and then when I got to driving it outside, I ran over my first cone. That was stressful. Thankfully, the instructor that I had, he wasn't too bad. He said he could throw a big fit, but it wasn't going to help me learn anything. So that was nice, because there were a couple instructors who would have definitely thrown a fit. So that was perfect that I got the instructor that I did, because he was nice and calm and everything. His name's Tom. If anybody else gets him, I definitely recommend Tom. And the second week was mostly learning how to back and driving on the road. It was a lot of driving on the road. And then towards the end of the second week, it was mostly doing an offset back and doing a 90 back. Most of it was doing offset. You'd pull up, you do an offset to your left, and then you pull up and you do an offset to your right, and then you switch. So there were 3 other guys in my truck, with me and the instructor. So that wasn't too bad. There was 12 people total in my week of class. And then, I can't remember. I think ours were the largest class. I think most of the other classes, a lot of people had either dropped out, not shown up, or failed out. But my class, right up until testing week, we only had one guy who left in the third week because he figured he couldn't do the shifting. It just wasn't for him. So he left. But most of the third week was spent doing 90-degree backs and driving on the road, preparing you for your test. And then halfway through the week, they did a pre-CDL exam, which is where a different instructor will get in your truck, and you'll go out, just you and the instructor, to take a practice CDL exam. And they'll tell you everything that you did wrong and what you need to work on for your test. So I tested out my third week on that Friday, which I was stressing because I was the first one testing. And I was doing it at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I was nervous as all could be, and I'm not great with my 90-degree backs. But I ended up, my pre-trip, I did the entire truck. Sometimes you do the entire truck, and sometimes you just do sections. But I did the entire truck and the trailer. And then I did my backing, my straight line, my offset, and I got to the 90. Ended up getting 4 points because I pulled up 6 times instead of just 2. But for me, I was happy with 4 points. Like, at least I didn't fail it. So then we went out onto the road. And I'm not a very vocal person in real life. But on this exam, I was saying everything out loud. Just so that I wasn't going to forget it, and I knew that he was going to know that I knew what I was talking about. So anytime I'd come up to an intersection, I'm saying, I'm coming up to an intersection, we're checking the intersection before, during, and after, and we're going to check our mirrors before, during, and after. And it just went down through that, the entire thing. And I'd call out the speed limit signs, the weight limit signs, bridge signs, anything like that. And I didn't do too bad. I think I can't remember the points that I got on that. I want to say 18, but that doesn't sound right. Maybe it is, I'm not sure. But 30 is failing, so I was happy with it. Because I got 30 on my pre-CDL when they did that. And most of those were for head checks. So I did grind a couple times on my exam, which wasn't too bad. I was super nervous. But other than that, it was fun. The fourth week, mostly I just sat in the truck and just waited for the other guys to finish preparing for their tests. I was just happy that I'd passed mine, and we were all friends in my truck, which was nice. There were a couple trucks that were not like that at all. So I really wanted everybody in my truck to pass, so I didn't care that the fourth week was just for them to drive. In the end, let's see, I passed on my first try. One of the other guys passed on his first try. The second guy failed on his first try because he hit a curb, and then he passed on his second try. And then the third guy, he failed his first try because he messed up his 90, and then he failed his second try because he messed up his 90, and then he said he was done. He didn't want to do anymore. So he left. The problem with that now is he's going to have a $7,000 bill. If you're just a dry van driver, it wouldn't be so much. It'd only be about $5,000 if you dropped out. But being you're a flatbed, you take that $5,000 for just the CDL test, and then you also have another $2,000 because they teach you cargo securement. It was the last 2 days of your fourth week, Thursday and Friday. Thursday you spend all day in class learning all the rules and regulations and the laws and everything, and then Friday you're outside with 2 trailers with things on them that you have to strap down. Which that part was pretty fun, but it was cold and snowing on the Thursday that we were in class, so we were happy we were not outside that day. So this is we got today and tomorrow in Wisconsin, and this is what it looks like. Snow. So they expected
what was it, 3 to 6 inches? Does this shit look like 3 to 6 inches to you? It's been snowing all night long. All night. Crazy.
And then Friday we were out in the yard, which wasn't too bad. It was just we had to walk through the melting snow then, so everybody's shoes got wet. But it was fun. I definitely recommend that training program to anyone who's looking at going into trucking, because it was really good. Like, I didn't think I'd ever get a CDL license, but I went through that 4-week class and I got it. So now I'm just waiting to go out with my trainer, and then I will keep you guys updated on that. The one guy who was in my truck, he went out yesterday. He lived in Iowa and they flew him to Salt Lake City, Utah. And last night he sent me a text that he was in California already and he's loving it. So I'm excited to start. So I need to finish packing up my things for North Carolina and finish packing my other bag for going out on the truck. And for that, I will see you guys later. And keep looking out for the video for this coming weekend here in May. I'll make sure that's all done for you. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.